Do you ever go into the supermarket and see those cracking deals on pork and wonder what you're going to do with it? Well, today I'm going to show you. I found this amazing deal in the reduced section, and today I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing pulled pork, and I'm going to show you how to do it under 4 hours on the Ninja Woodfire. So the first thing you need to do is get this out of the wrapper. Now, using a sharp knife, just try and cut one end of it. That way all the juices and everything stay in the packet, just keeps chopping a lot cleaner. Now, some people, believe it or not, will keep this fat later on. I personally don't. I want to get all that seasoning onto the actual meat itself. That's where we're adding the flavour. So you can take this string off. You can keep it and try and recycle it if you want. Personally, I like to add new string, and I'll show you how to do that later. Now, as this is a shoulder joint, we can open this up, and that's obviously where the bones would have gone. And what this allows us to do, just kind of like add so much more flavour, because normally on a pork butt, when you're doing a massive like 5 kilo pork butt, you're just adding seasoning to the outside. But because we can open this up, we can actually add seasoning absolutely everywhere. So the first thing you want to do is take off this skin. Now, with a really sharp boning knife, just get this and you slide it along. Now, the skin itself is really tough, and so this acts as a perfect guide. Just take your time, and it's actually really easy to do. So it won't take you long to remove this, and you can keep this and make some absolutely fantastic crackling. Now, I'm keeping the seasoning really simple. I'm just going to use yellow mustard, Sure Shot Sid's Gold, and some 16 mesh black pepper. And ultimately, we just try and add as much flavour to this pork as we can, and the rub is basically a big part of that. When it comes to the seasoning, always add the biggest granules first. In this case, it's black pepper, and the reason we do that is that if we add like the smaller granules, which in this case would be the salt, then what you run the risk of is that covering the meat completely, and the pepper just bouncing off and doesn't stick at all. And when it comes to smoking, it's the pepper granules that really help the smoke adhere. So after I've done the pepper, it's onto Sure Shots. So this is like Lowry's seasoning salt, but actually it's got a really beautiful flavour. I'm really starting to like this rub massively. If you can't actually get hold of it yourself, just use your favourite barbecue rub. In order to stop it drying out, we need to put it back exactly like it was when we first got it. Now, get yourself some butcher's twine and give yourself like a really long length to start with. I don't know the name of this technique, but basically it's a way of binding it together without the use of loads of knots. It's really simple and does a really effective job. So the first you want to do is pull the twine underneath, and you can see that I'm crossing it, but then the long piece of string, i.e. the non-end bit, I'm actually going to pull down the meat itself. So you can see it here. Tie the first one off. Come around. Sorry for my massive egg getting in the way as well. I didn't realise. But there you go. So you tie the first knot, and then what you see you do, you pull it through, and then roughly where you want the next knot to be, you hold it there with your finger, pass the string back underneath. Sorry, massive egg getting in the way again. And farting around as well. Don't know what I'm doing here, but there you go. So you can see I'm passing it back under the string. That effectively is going to act as your knot, and then you see when I pull it tight, that's pulled it all nicely together. It's really nice and neat. Pretty simple to do. There's no like weird knots or anything like that. And you're just going to repeat that again. When it comes to the last part, you then pass it back under the actual meat itself, and then you tie it back at the front part, and there you go. That's really nice and simple. Just give it a couple of knots to make sure it doesn't come loose, and then with a blade just trim off any excess, and that's it. It really is simple. I don't know if I've demonstrated it well there. Apologies if I didn't. And if you know what it's actually called, leave that down in the description. Always keen to learn like proper names and what things actually are called. That done, we need to put it into the wood fire. Now in the actual wood fire, I've got a probe in the meat itself so I can keep an eye on that, as well as a probe in the actual pit. I said it before, ninjas can be a little bit aggressive, so it makes sense just to keep an eye on it. So temperature I'm running at the moment is 135 or 275 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm expecting it to take up to 4 hours, but it doesn't really matter. And this is what it looked like after 2. You can see it's got absolutely beautiful colour in it. Time to dry out on the right hand side here a little bit. So in my spray I've just got water. All I want to do is to cool down the surface a little bit, just slow that cooking process a little bit. We want some beautiful bark, we want some beautiful colour, but we don't want it burnt, we don't want it hard. And just spraying it now and again just helps cool that cooking process, should hopefully allow us to have a fantastic pulled pork. Right, time to close down. We'll check back in another hour. So we're at the 3 hour mark now, and now you can see I've taken out. Now look at the colour on that. I'm not kidding you, that looks absolutely fantastic. But now we need to get it to the next stage. So I'll put it in a full pan. Next I'm going to add some beautiful butter to it. Now I like this squeezy butter. You can use pats of butter, that's absolutely fine, it's not a problem. To that we're going to add some honey or a little bit of sweet to kind of like offset some of the kind of like fattiness in the actual pork itself. And then the last thing I'm going to add, once I finally add all this sugar, geez, how much am I putting in there? Like, not that much. But next you're going to add some chicken stock. I wouldn't use beef stock, it's a bit too strong, but chicken stock is quite subtle. And I've got about a pint in here. That should add lots of flavour and also give us some juices to be able to add back in. Now get yourself some tin foil, nice decent thick stuff, and you want to double wrap this. You want that insulated, you want it nice and thick, and you don't want anything accidentally kind of like poking through this. With that done, I'm going to put the probe back inside so I can keep an eye on the actual temperature, and then it's back in the smoker. Now this is an hour later, it's been chugging away. This is where my Thermalworks instant reaper monitor comes into its own. Firstly, I'm testing for tenderness. I'm putting the reader in and out, just seeing if there's any resistance, and then I'm going to check the temperature. Looking for something in excess of 205. Now this is 207, which is spot on. Let's take it off. Okay, so it's been about half an hour and I'm just dying to open this up and pull it and just see how we did. Now I've got my heat gloves as well as my nitrate gloves, and I've also got some of this. So this is Tommy Tom's, and this is one of these barbecue sauces. This is marshmallow, and it's amazing. So it's time to open this up. Now that looks beautiful. Now you can see there's still some juices sitting in there, but if I open this up, you can see, look, beautiful colour that we've got on that. I mean, this is done on a Ninja. You have to remember it's a small pellet smoker, so for this to produce bark like this, and you can see it's just falling apart, it's really, really amazing. So, you know, follow the steps in this video and it really help you do it. But let's take off our twine, don't be eating that. So all the liquid that we've got in here, we're going to use all that. We want to incorporate that back into the meat itself, because ultimately, you know, all these juices and all this beautifulness has come out of this, so you kind of want to utilize it fully. And it's just the most satisfying thing to just pull this. I mean, look at that. That was stunning. And I just want to try a little bit without any sauce or anything like that. Let's give it a go. That is so nice. Pork itself, you've got a real taste of that. That short shot Sid, that Sid's Gold, is amazing. Got a nice bite of pepper as well. This is really good. And all we're going to do now is simply shred this up. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at that. That is just stunning. The way it is just literally disintegrating. There's no effort at all. If you find any like bits of fat that you don't want, just take them out. Don't eat those. Unless you want to eat them. I don't want to eat them, but it's up to you. And then you're just going to literally pull this apart. Now, truth be told, this doesn't need any sauce at all. In fact, you know, I'm going to add a little bit, but not a huge amount. Yeah, it smells amazing. And that's just going to add a bit of smokiness, a bit of sweetness, and just kind of like makes it just more of a bit of a like luxurious bite, I guess. But I've purposely not put a lot in there because the flavours on this are just incredible. There is your perfectly pulled pork cooked on a Ninja in under 4 hours. And it just shows how easy it is to do. Yeah. Right, now, if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to do a lot more videos on the Ninja Wood Smoke. I really can't fall in love with it. It's just a very versatile, very small, compact unit. And actually it's really, really, really versatile. So I'm going to do more videos on this. But if you do like this sort of video, please check out the video where I show you how to cook a Brisquetta on the Ninja Woodfire. And treat yourself and make sure you do get one because they are amazing. But until the next video, please take care of yourselves and I'll see you all soon.
You're like a drug that I just can't deny, giving me the best high. My body's shaking, shaking every time you